loses it, turnover Labette. Here comes Miege. Rodriguez quickly, layup is blocked by Baker, rebound Jensen, and he'll miss. Rebound Hudson yet again.
As Labette County got off lucky with that one as they were just wide open, but thankfully they were able to get back in position and get the rebound.
As Griff is going to be fouled by Rodriguez, well beyond the arc as he gambled at the basketball. Pats his chest as he makes eye contact with his head coach Rick Zeke and says, "That's on me." First foul of the game, obviously first on Rodriguez.
As being really aggressive can be a good thing, and sometimes gambling will get you that foul, so just unfortunate there for Rodriguez.
Ball poked out of bounds by Miege. It'll stay here with Labette County. Griff Eaton gets it off the inbound from Phillips. A double team is slowly swelling upon our point guard. He gets out of it. One arm flipped. Baker standing at 6'8", trapped in the corner by the Miege cheerleaders. What a find, Trey. Boyle leans. He misses. It was blocked by Hayward. These are two long teams going at it. Long football pass to Armstrong. He'll lean, shoot, and score.
As you knew at some point the scoring was going to break open, and Miege will be the one to strike first.
Argabright calls in the play. Labette County looking for the tie. No foul call for Trey as he throws it up and air balls. Here comes Bishop. Here's a bounce pass to Jensen. Right back to Armstrong, and he'll settle. Jensen for three in the corner off the side of the backboard. Rebound Trey Vincent. Crosses half court. One-on-one with Rodriguez. Bites and scores. Nice move from Trey Vincent.
As that was just great. Labette County just hanging with them. As that'll be a quick basket again by number 22, Jensen.
4-2 Bishop, 5:30 to go in the quarter. This has been an entertaining game, not as full of the turnovers as we usually see in these sub-state games. Baker working on Jensen, goes up, under, leans, shoots with the left, and scores with the left. That's a nice move with the offhand from Hudson. Bishop quickly the other way. Jensen misses a layup. Rebound Hudson. He's already got 3 or 4 rebounds. As Griff dribbles off of his foot, it's picked up by Jensen. Play and catches Rodriguez, and he scores.
That's just an unfortunate turnover there as Griff just kind of got mixed up in traffic. That'll be a quick 2-point for Miege.
Joe Page comes to the scores table to check in. The signal is fist from Coach Argabright. Vincent elects not to use the screen, kicks it out to Boyle, lets it rip, and hits. And Labette County leads by 1, 4:30 first quarter.
As Labette County's just doing a good job just keeping up with Bishop, matching him shot for shot.
A little floater in the lane is perfect from Rodriguez. He's got 4, and Bishop's up 8-7, 4:20 opening quarter.
Yeah, as you can tell, Rodriguez definitely kind of has the control of this team as he really has the firepower. And
Vincent with a little stutter step. It's easily rejected at the top of the shot by Aiden Wing. Here come the Stags, crossing over their point guard Rodriguez. Extra pass to the corner, Wing for 3, misses it, tipped around, and it's caught by Hayward. Xavier had that rebound, but tipped it instead of catching it. Rodriguez for 3, left wing, it's good. That was a missed opportunity by Labette.
Yeah, as that definitely could have been easily rebounded on the first possession there, as that was not a good opportunity of giving Bishop a second chance look there.
Rodriguez has 7 early points. Bishop up 11-7, 3:30 in the opening quarter. Eaton in the corner, extra pass to Hudson in the short corner. Finds Phillips, top of the key, fakes on the 3 and pounds it. Tries to dump it off and it's lost, stolen. Here comes Jensen. It's 3-on-3, bounce pass, and the right-hand layup is missed, but the rebound is brought down by Aiden Wing. He'll try a reverse, it's blocked by Huddy again, and a jump ball is called. It'll stay with Bishop.
That was a good defensive effort there by Hudson just to keep Bishop off the glass. As Joe Page is going to check in for Matthew Boyle.
Rodriguez will inbound, fakes to the corner, settles high even with his forehead. Easy pass and score for Aiden Wing. And man, just like that, Bishop goes up 6.
As that was just a perfect inbounds play, as there wasn't too much happening, but Wing was just right in the right spot to just shoot a nice 6-foot shot.
Trey working on the defender Armstrong. Spins into the chest of Jensen, forced to kick it out. Joe Page, right wing, as right when he caught it, Coach Zeke instantly began to clap real quickly as if he knew Joe Page can hit those threes. 2:40 first quarter, Bishop Miege 13, Labette County 7. Pick and roll, well defended by Bishop. A man-to-man, it feels like a zone though, because they defend so well beyond the arc.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job switching, making sure that people aren't getting looks.
They dump it to Hudson, and it's kind of lost out of his hands on the way up. No whistles as they're letting him play, as I appreciate it. Griff Eaton to inbound. Tosses it to Hudson. He's immediately collapsed on. Gets downhill on Jensen. Spins. Hits the deck. And it's going to be a jump ball, I presume. And it is. It'll stay with Labette, though. 13-7 Bishop, 2:16 first quarter. Just one foul call so far. Eaton nearly travels, flips it, and it's stolen. Rodriguez in a 2-on-2 situation. He'll shoot with the left and miss. Rebound wing, and it's tipped out and stolen. Griff Eaton way ahead of the pack. Jensen behind him. It's blocked against the backboard, and it's rebounded in the far corner by Hayward. Bishop is long and fast. All the way at the other end. Wing settling in the corner. Gives it to Armstrong. Fakes on a three, crosses over. Wing defended by Vincent and Page as he'll shoot a runner and score. Labette out of sorts on the defensive end.
Yeah, Bishop just does a really good job of just scaling the court so fast, as that's going to call Coach Argerbright to call a timeout.
15-7 Stags, minute 40 first quarter. We will be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
8-point lead, or I should say late first quarter rather. Minute 40 left in the opening round here in Roland Park, as Labette really has gotten good looks. They've just been blocked.
Yeah, it definitely, you can't say they haven't tried to get to the glass or getting those looks. Bishop's just been able to get the hops on them a little bit and just keep the ball from going in.
Trey crosses half court via a pass to Phillips. Kagan Bates in the game with the pass to Hudson, and he's wide open and scores. Kagan Bates just makes those things happen.
Yeah, as that was just beautiful. Much better passing work there by the Grizzlies on that possession, as that looked much more efficient.
A foul well away from the ball on Labette County's Joe Page.
As that'll be his first personal foul, first team foul for the Grizzlies.
Set to inbound for Bishop is Armstrong, and it's thrown in easily. Or it was Armstrong who caught the inbound, pardon me, and he lays it in with ease. 17-9, Bishop back up 8. Kagan Bates playing catch with Trey Vincent as they break the press. Never mind, no they don't. It's stolen by Wing. 2-on-1, cradles, shoots, finishes. 19-9 Stags, 50 seconds and ticking first quarter. Bates dribbles into a trap, throws over at Baker. Left side Vincent, extra pass Phillips, lets it rip from 3, misses short, rebound Wing, and he's going to push the pace with the skip pass up ahead to Armstrong. Fakes right, goes left, dribbling with the left, misses the runner, rebound Hudson, tipped out to Trey. 30 seconds and counting for the Grizzlies. He'll try to Euro, and that's going to be a charge.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's a charge.
As his first personal foul.
So now the Stags can add to their 10-point lead, largest of the game. 22 seconds to go. As Labette County brought some students wearing some camo, given that the Stags represent like a deer or a buck you know. So for once we get to wear camo to a visitor's game rather than them.
Yeah.
Here's a drive with 4 seconds, and the layup is good for Rodriguez. And the buzzer is going to sound as Rodriguez had 9 first quarter points, and Miege leads 21-9 at the end of one from Roland Park. We'll be back in 1 minute with quarter number 2. This is Grizzly Basketball on KLKC.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
The defending champions on a roll here on their home floor, leading Labette by 12 with 8 minutes put on the scoreboards here. Isabel, how would you describe this gym? I haven't ever seen anything like it exactly.
I don't know if I have the right words for it. It's just very it's like taking a step back in time, but not at the same time. I don't know.
It's very dark in here. Ceiling is low. Kind of a balcony overlooking the court to the left side, as scoring underneath is Armstrong with the left hand to open up the scoring of the second quarter. He's got 6 points. As a brief stoppage of play, not too sure what for, but we are underway again. Here comes Trey calling for some help. He'll bounce past to Xavier, right back to himself. Long skip to Kagan Bates, remains in the game. Double teamed on hard, and his pass is tipped, nearly stolen, and gets another one out to Hudson. Defended by Jensen, finds the point guard again. His pass is tipped, stolen away. Here comes Miege. Kagan might get it back. He does. He'll find Hudson. Turnovers are exchanged by both teams. Trey trying to get downhill. Labette in scramble mode. Joe Page for 3, misses short. Phillips tips the rebound out to Rodriguez. Jensen in the corner for 3, and it is good. And Coach Argerbright wants 60 seconds. Miege up 26-9. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay.
Labette County with possession out of the Coach Argerbright full 60-second timeout. Matthew Boyle in the game for Kagan Bates. As they're going to find Hudson at the left elbow, takes a step beyond it. Defended by Jensen, takes a few dribbles into the heart of him and throws it to Boyle, wide open, but it goes out of bounds as Boyle was going to have an easy 2.
Yeah, that definitely was a good look there for the Grizzlies. Just went out of Boyle's hands, but that was better offensively for the Grizzlies, trying to get a look.
Yeah.
So it'll be there next time.
6:30 in the first half. Labette down 26-9. Short corner in the game for the Stags is Justice Betts, a 6-foot-tall junior. Aiden Wing with the dump down to him. He'll take a dribble, turn, shoot, and miss. Tipped around, Boyle has it. Stolen away by Bishop. And the layup is good, plus the foul.
As that is definitely going to be some excitement there from Bishop Miege as Aiden Wing just kind of gives a fist bump and steps up to the line to shoot his and one. As that foul will be on Griff Eaton. That'll be his first personal foul.
The N1 free throw is good for Wing. 29-9 the score, Bishop up 20. Wing's got 9 points, matching Rodriguez, 2 leading scorers in the game. Joe Page in the corner, extra pass to Xavier, wide open for 3, right wing, misses it, tipped, and Bishop has it in the hands of Rodriguez. Out in front, right arm flip, Wing in the corner for 3, perfect.
As they are just shooting so well from all facets, as they just cannot miss.
As Griff Eaton got away with a carry, and Coach Zeke cannot believe the call, as it's going to be a push on Bishop. That's on Rodriguez, his second, and the team's second. Phillips to inbound, throws it to Joe. Deep right wing, thought about it, pulls it waist high. Here's Griff, as he missed Hudson on the elbow, I guess. Coach Argerbright wanted to throw it to him. Here's Boyle, has it stripped from behind, stolen by Rodriguez. One arm flip is tipped, I think, by Labette. It is, and it'll stay with the Stags. Trey Vincent checks in for Labette County. Let's see who he gets. He'll get Joe Page. Labette's played 7 deep so far tonight. In for Bishop is Nathan Hayward, the starter, back in for Betts. Wide open in the corner off the inbound is Hayward, misses the three-pointer, but again, a wide open look for Bishop given up by Labette County. .507 first half, Bishop 32, Labette County 9. Baker flips it to the far side, Phillips with a bullet inside to Boyle, and he's fouled going up. That was a nice 30-foot pass from Phillips to Boyle.
Yeah, as again, that was just another good look there that was able to this time get a foul converted on, as that'll be the first personal foul on Armstrong.
Stops the clock at 5 minutes even. Boyle, his first free throw's no good. Labette scoreless in the second quarter. In fact, it feels like the 9 points we have came a long time ago, early in the game.
Yeah, it definitely was one of those things where you thought there for a minute Labette County was definitely going shot for shot with Miege, and then somehow you look at the scoreboard and they're up, 20.
Matthew hits the second. He's got 4 points, tied with Hudson for leading scorer wearing red. Labette County in a 2-3 zone. Bishop punches a hole in it and kicks it right back out to Rodriguez. He'll facilitate and rotate it. A three-pointer put up by Armstrong, and it's bottoms for Mac Armstrong.
Their perimeter shooting right now is just flawless, as they're getting nothing but net.
35-10, Miege on top. Another pass tipped and stolen. Long outlet pass to Wing. Boyle closing in on him, and it won't matter as it's laid in by Aiden Wing. Miege gets another steal. A reverse layup is missed by Rodriguez, but there's Wing, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
As that'll be foul on Xavier Phillips, his first personal foul, 4th team foul.
First free throw for Aiden Wing is good. One more to come for the senior. The second for Wing, one dribble with the right hand, wears a shooting sleeve on his left forearm, and he hits the second free throw.
As Bishop has continued to press these Grizzlies, it's just giving them fits.
Wing up to 16 points, leads all scorers. Eaton trapped again, gets out of it. Boyle, now Baker downhill, and it's stripped and stolen. Boyle hits the deck and pokes it loose, but Armstrong able to recover. As Coach Zeke elects to run a slower half-court set, and slowing down is Rodriguez. 2-3 zone, still for Labette. Top of the key, now they go Down to Jensen. A nice look to wing with deep position. He'll adjust and miss, and it's post out. Well contested shot by Hudson. And here comes Trey Vincent.
As Labette County's going to just kind of look to set up here, as looks like Bishop's still in a man defense.
3:20 first half. Miege up 29. Little action beyond the three-point line. Trey with the dump down to Hudson, now inside the paint, and he's fouled on the way towards the hoop. And Hudson will shoot his first free throws of the night.
As that foul will be on number 20 for the Stags, Nathan Hayward, his first personal foul, fourth team foul.
Hudson spins, lets it rest in his right hand, and misses the first free throw.
As it looks like Page and Bates will check back in, and Phillips and Eaton will have a seat.
Hudson's second free throw of 2, in and out, no good as well. Rebound Stags. Here comes Miege yet again, leading it by 29. .256 to go in the half. Each team with 14 fouls. Been a well-officiated affair. Beyond the arc is the ball, and dribbling downhill is Rodriguez, and now the whistle's beginning to come in loads. That's on Trey, his second and the team's fifth. Bishop set to inbound, fakes right. Inbounder is Rodriguez, and it goes into Jensen. Dribbles into Hudson. 2 dribbles, leans, hook off the glass is no good. Pinballed, and Wings got it, and he gets the bucket plus the foul. That's going to go on Joe Page, the team's 6th, and his second, I do believe.
Yeah, as that will be his second personal foul. And that'll send Aiden Wing to the line to shoot his and one.
And one free throw is converted. 42-10 the score, 2:30 first half. I'm running out of room to write down Aiden Wing's buckets. As man, I think he's up to 19 now. I'll have to check that. Here's a pick and roll with Hudson. He'll try to get it, and he's fouled going up. So now the refs feel obligated to call everything.
Yeah.
They put themselves in that position now.
As that'll be Jason Rodriguez's third personal foul. As you can see, a little bit of frustration from him.
Hudson 0 for 2 his last trip, misses this one as well. Blaine Marshall, a 6-foot-tall freshman in the game for the Stags, replaces Rodriguez. The second for Hudson, no good. 0 for 4 is the junior. Labette with just 1 point in the second quarter after a pretty good start to the game. The freshman getting a touch, it's Marshall. He'll flip it to Wing. Here's Armstrong on the opposite side. He'll get downhill, has it blocked out of his hands, but tracking it down is his teammate Hayward. Marshall back with it. Worked around. Wing, he's had a fabulous night. Jensen on Kagan Bates. A dish out. Armstrong open 3. Short rim, tipped out, and Wing has it. And he's fouled by Joe. That's his third as he clinches both fists in frustration.
Yeah, that is frustrating for Page. As that'll put Bishop now on the line for 1 and 1. As Bishop does a really good job of just passing the ball around very consistently to throw your defense off balance, and that's exactly what happened there, because either eventually A, they score, or B, you're going to make a mistake, which is what happened there.
Trey Vinson, or pardon me, Xavier Phillips it was, checked in for Joe Page, who did pick up his third. I'm almost positive it was. It's not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was, I believe.
The front end of the 1 and 1 missed by Aiden Wing. Here come the Grizzlies trying to withstand the team that's won the last 2 4A titles. Here's another steal, then Trey gets the benefit of the doubt and gets it right back. And his shot goes off the glass. Miege with the long pass. Wing up ahead. Armstrong, he'll score. Armstrong at 11. Minute 10 to go in the half. Miege up 34. Kagan Bates, the point guard, getting good experience here. He's going to be a heck of a ball player the next few years for Labette. As Baker shuffles his feet, and it's going to be a foul as Coach Zeke doesn't like it again. That's going to go on Jensen. That's their 6th as a team and his 1st as an individual.
As now Labette County will be set to inbound under their right block.
Phillips in the short corner, Closley double team and just hoist it out of bounds. Turnover Grizzlies.
As mistakes like that, you just kind of get frustrated after a while, especially being down now by 34. But it's one of those things where you still have to battle back and continue to play hard, and that's just an uncharacteristic toss there.
Miege has 50 seconds to work. That's how much time is left in the half. 34 points separates the two teams. Marshall has it working on Bates, freshman on freshman. Labette County in a man-to-man. Bates all over Marshall, nearly forced a carry if he would have pounded it one more time, but finds Jensen. Ball still very close to half court. Miege holding for one shot, it looks like.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're planning something, as that's going to be a 5-second call on Miege. So good defense there by Labette County, as that's just a positive thing you can always look for, as they will get the ball with 19 seconds left. So we will see if they can hold for one shot here without getting it stolen.
It was Trey Vinson who forced the 5-second call. Great defense from the senior in the closing seconds of the first half. 8 seconds now. Labette needs a bucket. They have not gotten a field goal this quarter as Kagan Bates travels. I think he traveled and double dribbled, but the travel came first, and Miege has 4.2 to get a look.
And this is where you really want to lock down on defense, because you don't want them to get a second or last shot here.
Here's Wing, goes behind the back, has to put up a contested 3 that almost fell. It misses, and the halftime buzzer sounds. When we come back, we'll thank our sponsors for making our broadcast possible and have that Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Drs. Gilmore, Newland, and Ray halftime show. Your halftime score, Bishop Miege 44, Labette County 10. We'll be back in 3 minutes on KLKC Parsons. Welcome back, Grizzly Nation, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray halftime show. 6:45 until the second half goes underway. We'd like to take this moment and thank the Bartlett Co-op for making our broadcast possible, and remind you to stay tuned for after the game when we hear from head coach Bradley Argabright. That's to you by Bowen Pharmacy, and a few other sponsors include.
Other sponsors for tonight's game include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
Some big-time plays made in that first half by Bishop Miege, but early on in the game, Labette County was hanging around. It took, how long do you remember, Isabel? 4 minutes, but 3 minutes before Miege extended it to 6 and never looked back.
Yeah.
But Labette looked good. Matthew Boyle hit a 3 to give us a lead early, as him and Hudson had 4 points, and Trey Vince recruit. He plays on Duke this year, out there playing for the Blue Devils in Durham, so they pump out stars all the time, and I don't see a Mark Mitchell on this team, at least not in that first half, but they certainly have a lot of guys that could go play somewhere collegiately. So it is just tough coming up here and playing these guys a lot. You know, they've won 7 state titles. They've won one in 2016, 17, 18, and the last 2 as well. So Bishop, just a highly touted program. The Labette County battling, heck, they got here. You know, they really did the same thing to Chanute 4-10, as Labette will get the first possession of the third quarter. It is in the hands of Trey Vinson as he crosses the blue half-court stripe. Eaton has it on the right side, thinking about where he wants to go with it. Finds Hudson wide open, who gives it to Boyle, who's wide open as well, and scores.
Yeah, that's just exactly how you want to start out the second half, just get a little bit of momentum. I mean, no matter the outcome of this game, you want to be able to say you played hard and finish strong, and so far the Grizzlies are off to a great start.
Aiden Wing had 19 points in the first half. He gets a touch here early. Starters in the game for both teams. Here's a drive from Bishop and a missed floater, and it's rebounded offensively. Xavier Phillips had every right to that rebound and couldn't get it, and then Jensen lays it in off of it.
As that is something that Bishop has just done so well tonight, is they've beat Labette County to a lot of those 50-50 balls or offensive rebounds, and gotten those second chance points. And I would say a lot of that has been just because Labette County hasn't been able to come away with the basketball.
Griff Eaton had to track down a loose ball in the corner, gets it back, spins off his defender, and finds Matthew Boyle. And his post-entry pass was that kicked? As it was kicked, it'll stay with Labette County. They'll inbound in the corner, kind of an awkward spot to inbound it, especially against a Stags team that has really been hard to throw over the top of, but it looks like they'll let us get it in. Maybe. And they do let Phillips get open in the front court, and he gets it. He'll drive, jump stop, near travel, kicks it out to Griff Eaton. He'll settle and shoot from deep and miss, tipped around and comes down in the palms of Hayward. Long pass up ahead to Armstrong. Here's a drive for Wing. He's collided on by Hudson, misses the layup, and it's saved. Labette County getting out-hustled. Three-pointer from Rodriguez is good. What a play. He saved it, threw it behind the back, and made the 3.
Again, just another one of those second chance points. And that time resulted in 3 for the Stags.
Vincent open in the corner, doesn't get the ball reversal that he wanted. Eaton will have it, stop at the free throw line. Boyle stops there as well off his drive. Vincent in the corner for 3, grazes the front of the rim. Rebound Jason Rodriguez, and it's stolen by Trey Vincent. 1-on-2 for Trey. He'll stop, give it to Boyle. He'll fire, and is fouled on a 3.
That was really good effort there by Trey Vincent of just, because the fact that Bishop stole it from him doesn't mean he was going to settle with that and was able to get the ball back. So good effort there by Trey. As that'll be the second personal foul on Jensen. And Matthew will make his first free throw. Still has 2 more, as that was a 3-point shot.
as Labette County already has more points. In fact, after the first bucket was made by Matthew, as he misses the second free throw, we had double the points we had in the second quarter. Held to just 1 point in the last quarter. Matthew hits the second, and he has all 4 of Labette County's points in the third quarter. As you at least anticipated, as you said, Coach Argerbright's squad to come back out and just battle. Whatever the score means, it doesn't matter. You just anticipate a hard-fought battle. Here's a three-pointer off a head fake from Hayward. He misses it. Looked like an offensive shove on Armstrong, but no whistle. Coach Argerbright wanted it, and he arises to his feet. Here's a drive from Armstrong, misses it, gets his own, misses again, and then a foul on Griff. I think on Griff.
As that will be a second personal foul on Griff, as Armstrong will go to the line to shoot 2.
First free throw for Mack is good. He's got a dozen, 50-14 the score, 5:19 third quarter. Second of 2 for Armstrong is good as well. Stags in a man-to-man. Eaton gets into the paint, puts up a floater that falls. And Labette County scoring the ball a little bit better this quarter.
Yes, they're definitely playing a lot more looser. And Bishop seems to either be relaxed on defense a little bit, or Labette County's kind of trying to find some pockets.
Armstrong with an awkward Euro step, but he gets it to go off the window. That was a pretty looking shot from Mac Armstrong.
Yes, he definitely made quick work of Labette County's defense there.
He's on a quick 4-0 run. 4:40 third quarter and counting. Labette County has it. Trey Vinson, the ball handler, stutter step drive, flips it to the corner, and they're going to say he just threw it on the baseline. Turnover Labette County. It is very hot in this gym.
Yeah, it's a little toasty.
Aiden Wing breaks the press. Here's a pass tipped by Matthew and stolen by Griff, and then a subsequent foul upon Armstrong.
And that was just kind of more of a contact foul, but nonetheless it was over Griff Eaton's back, so that'll be a foul. Second personal foul on Armstrong, and Labette County will inbound.
Trey Vinson's the point guard, takes his walk into a jog. Now he'll settle beyond the three-point arc. Baker, right block, working on the smaller Hayward. He'll lean into his chest and score. Hudson Baker with his first field goal since the first quarter. Labette implementing a bit of full court pressure here as Miege breaks it. A bounce pass leaving open in the corner Armstrong, but he traveled before releasing the basketball. Turnover Stags.
As he's just kind of got a little bit of frustration as he's had just a foul and then that mistake there, so just unfortunate. Just complications he's been facing, but nonetheless he'll shake it off and go play some defense.
Here's Griff Eaton, gets by his man Armstrong, top of the key Boyle, 4 out, 1 in. Now a back door is ran along the baseline. A set play for Trey, a deep 3 is good for Trey Vinson.
As Labette County's just looking really good as they continue to press Bishop.
11 third quarter points for Labette County, just over the halfway mark. 3:30 in the quarter, 53-21 the score. Jason Rodriguez back in the game. Ball handler with pick and roll to Jensen, and he's stripped fouled going on the way up. And Jensen has 7 points this game, looking for 8 and 9 at the line.
As that'll be a foul on Matthew Boyle, his first personal foul.
Joe Page set to check in for Labette County. 3:19 frozen on both scoreboards. First free throw for Jensen is short and then falls forward and down.
As Joe Page will check in for Matthew Boyle. And Jensen will get ready to shoot his second free throw.
Bends at the waist, fires and hits. He's got 9. Trey Vincent walks it up the floor for the Grizzlies. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. 55-21 the score. Tipped around, stolen by Rodriguez. He's got active hands. Fast feet, left-hand layup is good, but a travel before the shot.
As he is not going to like that call, as he definitely thinks that was clean.
Some referees see Euro steps differently than others, and he might have dragged a little bit too long on the carryover. Ref had a good look at it on the far side. Here's Hudson off the turnover, dribbles into the heart of his defender, kicks it out to Griff for 3, and it's a splash for Griffin Eaton. Labette County really scoring the ball better in this quarter. Here's Wing, he'll lean, shoot, and miss. Rebounded by the Stags, and the putback is good from Hayward, his first bucket.
As again, another one of those second chance opportunities. Labette County just not boxing out as well as I know they can.
Vincent gets by everyone but misses the wide open layup. Here's Phillips off the glass, misses again.
As that was just unfortunate, as he did try his best there, just came up short as the rim kind of stuffed him a little bit.
Yeah.
As he wanted the easy putback but had to come back down with it. As that was a late whistle, as that'll be 2 shots for Rodriguez, excuse me. We'll see who they call on that. As that'll be on Xavier, his second personal foul.
Indeed, 2 free throws for Rodriguez. He's got 12. The first of 2 is in and out. In the game again is the freshman, or no, that's the junior this time. Justice Betts, 6-foot-tall junior for the Stags, replaces Nathan Hayward. Second free throw for Rodriguez. He was hot early, hasn't scored a lot since. He hits this one. 58-24 Miege, 2:03 to go in the third quarter. Not many substitutions for Labette County. We haven't seen Kagan Bates this quarter. It's just been the Matthew Boyle, Joe Page transitioning. Vincent has it poked away by Rodriguez, but collects it. Baker looks to drive up and under with the left, and a foul on the floor on Bishop.
As that was just really aggressive move there by Baker, as he had all 4 Bishop Miege defenders that were inside the paint kind of sucked down on him, and he still managed to make the basket, even though the foul was called on the floor.
Labette inbounds, Griff Eaton adjusts, fires, and hits a 3 on the left wing. Griff, I want to get more excited for you tonight. I know it might be your last game, but my voice is just not allowing it to happen today. Here's a 3-pointer responding in the corner by Jensen. He misses it. Labette County on the offensive end looking a little bit more loose.
As Labette County just finally finding some rhythm, as they could not seem to hit a shot in the second quarter.
Hudson Baker holds the ball even with his forehead, finds Phillips, a set play. Page in the corner, lets it rip, and hits from the far corner. A couple clenched fists from our head coach wearing red and a black tie this evening. 58-30 the score.
As Labette County is definitely fighting here late. As you got to be much happier with the performance they've put on in this third quarter.
20 points in the third quarter from the Grizzlies. 45 seconds to go in it. Jensen well beyond the arc, given space by Hudson. Gives it to his teammate Wing. Wing scoreless in the second half, had 19 in the first. 32 seconds. Trey comes to defend Wing now. Hands it off to the point guard, Armstrong. 22 seconds now. Miege looking to hold for one shot.
As Labette County continuing to pressure, and that'll be a foul on Joe, as he just kind of let his body carry himself a little bit there, as that's going to be his 4th personal foul. That's unfortunate, as Matthew Boyle will check back in for him, and Bishop Miege will inbound over by their bench. So now there's 16 seconds left on the clock.
58-30, Labette has 20 points in this quarter alone. Wing on the right wing. Stutter step Jensen given some room. He'll fire and miss deep. And then put back is missed underneath by Rodriguez. And who has it? Labette does. And the buzzer sounds. But what a nice quarter put on the hardwood by our Grizzlies. 58-30 the score. As Labette outscored by my quick mental math, 20-14, we outscored Miege that quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter from Miege on KLKC Parsons.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to labettehealth.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Miege inbounds the basketball as we now are at the final 8 minutes of the ball game here in the Sub-State Championship game as Jensen wants to get one back at Hudson and does. Scores on the block. Hudson posting up and collects it. Second notch down from the elbow. Now he's on the block. He'll turn, shoot, and is fouled as Hudson's shot a couple times with his left hand this evening.
As that'll be a foul on number 20, Nathan Hayward, his second.
Hudson's first is good as we do have a running clock. So this quarter, unless Labette cuts it to a certain margin, I'm not sure on the rule, but this quarter should fly by. Second free throw is good for Hudson. He's got 8 points. 60-32 the score. Miege breaks the press, wing, just inside the right side. Ball reversal, wing comes to get it. Top of the key, he'll drive, shoot, and miss. And Rodriguez puts it back, and then it rolls out. Rebound Hudson.
As Labette County got lucky there again, as the second chance points would have been easy there, as Griff's going to kick it back out to Trey on the other end. And it'll be rebounded by Wing, and he'll bring it up the floor.
Left-hand layup is good for Armstrong in transition. Armstrong slowly crept his way near 20 points. He's at 17. 30-point Stags lead, 6:15 and counting in the game. Here's Eaton off of an elevator screen. A three-pointer is good for the senior. And Griffin Eaton has 3 threes in the second half.
He has definitely shot well tonight and put on quite a performance, as you got to be proud of him.
Wing looks to answer, misses, rebound Trey. Argerbright pleased with his team's efforts and still coaching mightily. Trey not stopped by anyone with a Euro kick to Boyle. He'll square up from deep, and it goes over the backboard after it hit the left iron. It'll turn it back over to the Stags.
As Labette County still in a press, giving Bishop Miege some pressure.
Rodriguez will break it. He'll advance with the bounce pass to Wing. He'll lean into Hudson and get the bucket somehow, as well as the whistle. And Wing just has a great build.
Basket is good by number 5, Aiden Wing. Foul number 15, Hudson Baker.
He didn't score in the third quarter, though. That's the first foul on Hudson.
As Joe will check in for Matthew Boyle.
The and one is good for Wing. He's got 22. 30-point Miege lead as a fresh 5 come to the scores table for Coach Zeke's squad. As you have to imagine, Coach Argerbright will do that at some point. Maybe not. Might let his seniors ride it out. We'll see. 4:30 to go in the game. Here's Trey at the top. Extra pass to Page. Makes sure he's behind the three-point line and hits it. Joe Page with his second three of the game. Coach Argerbright wants 60 seconds, and we'd like to take one last time this evening and remind everyone tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Bartlett Co-op. Post-game show coming up, we'll hear from Coach Argerbright. It is sponsored by Bowen Pharmacy, and the other sponsors include.
Other sponsors for tonight's game include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Dan Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
Labette County did indeed outscore Bishop Miege 20-14 in the third quarter, which obviously given the huge deficit going into the locker room, you just got to say, hey, let's win these next two quarters. Regardless if we win the game or not, let's win the next two quarters. And they're on pace to do so, as they've even outscored Miege here in the fourth quarter, nearly halfway through it. So all those players are in for Miege. It's Naheem Coppage, a 6'1 junior. On the far side with it is A.J. Moland. He's a sophomore. The freshman Blaine Marshall back in the game as well. And staying in is the junior Justice Betts. So we'll see how the second five does for Coach Zeke's squad. And it gets out to a good start with Marshall. The freshman got some minutes earlier. He scores. Labette County back in a half-court set really has shot the ball pretty well in the second half as Joe Page fires again, nearly hit again, and it's rebounded by that fifth and final Stag, Christopher Anderson, a 6'2 junior. Near turnover by Marshall. He'll kick it out. Here's a 14-foot jumper well off the mark from Moland. 3.5 minutes, a running clock here in Bishop. A backdoor pass is intercepted by Betts, and here comes Bishop the other direction. A bounce pass is well ahead of the intended target, Moland. The passer was Coppage, and it goes out of bounds. Matthew Boyle back in for the Grizzlies for Xavier Phillips. In the game for the Stags, Carmel Bailey, a 6'3 senior. He replaces Justice Betts with 2:50 to go in the contest. Trey Vinson walking into the heart of his defender, and his entry pass is simply just stolen away as it was well high of his target, Hudson Baker. And a foul is called on Trey on the other end on Marshall, and a fresh 5 check in for Labette County. But I'm sure as these guys check out, these seniors are going to get a heck of a round of applause from Grizzly Nation over here to our left, as they're going to play their last game as a Labette County Grizzly, as the seniors exchange emotional hugs with Labette County's coaching staff. Hudson, or obviously he's a junior, but the other 4 seniors, Trey Vinson, Griff Eaton, Joe Page, Matthew Boyle, those guys exchange hugs with all of Labette County's coaching staffs and get a good round of applause from Grizzly Nation as we have a foul on the other end of the floor aside from the Grizzly bench, and shooting 2, or it might be 1-1. We'll see. It's Carmel Bailey. First free throw is good. I'm getting the sense that Carmel Bailey doesn't get to play a lot because the fans really like him.
Yeah.
And he's a senior, his last home game. So good for him. Misses the second. And the 5 in for Labette County. Let me get my roster out here. As I dropped it on the floor, we'll get it later. Here's Cooper Baher with it in the corner. Thank you, Isabel. As sometimes things don't go right, it doesn't have to just be the players that struggle in Bishop. It can be the announcers, too. This gym just has something about it. Makes it hard to come here and perform. Cooper Baher has it. Top of the key, Kendall Holtzman in the game as well. Barrett Heston misses a little floater, and it's rebounded by Cooper, and he'll miss the putback, and it's rebounded by Miege. Here comes Bishop the other way. 3-pointers put up and airballed by Bailey. Top of the key in the right corner. He's going to fire again and miss as the crowd wants him so bad to hit one.
Yeah.
Cooper Baher's going to drive, potentially kick it, and he does. Dylan Johnson in the corner for three, misses it, as Dylan Johnson is going to be a good shooter for Labette County next season, as I think he's a junior this year, or he's a sophomore. It's listed as a sophomore. As also in the game for Labette County is Kashawn Feeling. And Kendall Holtzman lets the Miege Stag fire it, and Bailey finally gets one to drop, and this place just got the loudest it had all night. Even a few students stormed the court here as they are hyped for their buddy and fellow classmate Carmel Bailey. But Labette County's road of the season ends in Bishop Miege High School. 71-38 is the final score. Not many teams come here and have success, and Labette County struggled to do so tonight. Played a much better second half, but it just didn't go our way. Bishop Miege, heck of a ball club, looking for their third straight 4A state title. Labette County exits the court for the final time this year. Standing ovation from their fans and traveling student section on the hovering balcony. I'm sure Coach Argerbright will want to come up for one final post-game interview of the season, so let's start with, I'm sure he'll probably talk to him for a little while. Let's do a 3-minute timeout here on KLKC, and we'll come back with our Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. Labette County falls to Bishop Miege 71-38, and the Stags move on to Salina next Wednesday is when they will play at Tony's Pizza Event Center. Leading scores for Labette County, Griff Eaton had 11, Hudson Baker had 8, Matthew Boyle had 8, Joe Page had 6, and Trey Vincent had 5. For the Stags, Wing ended with 22, Armstrong had 17, Rodriguez had 13, Jensen had 11, Bailey had 4, and Marshall and Hayward each had 2. Labette County hung around for the first few minutes of the game. They were outscored 21-9 at the end of the first quarter, and the second quarter is where it unraveled. They were outscored 23-1. In the third quarter, though, Labette County responded well, outscored Miege 20-14, and in the fourth quarter, thanks to the help of the bench for Bishop, they outscored Labette County 12-8. Isabel, we still have another Lady Grizzlies game tomorrow at 6 o'clock in Independence. But how does it feel to wrap up with our boys' season? Certainly not the way we want to end it at all.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of those things, you know, you get used to the team after a while, who the seniors are, how the team flows, and so it's just one of those things where it's kind of a bittersweet moment because it's one of those things where you're proud of how well they've all participated and played up to this point. You know, they've grown so much together as a team and as a culture. I know Coach Argerbright does such a great job of creating that environment for these guys. And it's kind of sad because you know that all those seniors are going to go move on. You're excited for the next phase of life for them. But at the same time, it's like, man, you know, that this year and how this culture was isn't going to be here anymore. So it's definitely a sad thing. It's always a hard thing to lose by such a deficit. You know, you travel 2.5 hours to get beat by a team like Bishop, so it's definitely not easy. I know it'll definitely be a lot of emotions, as you even saw some of that out here on the floor. So yeah, it's just tough. It's tough, but you have to be proud of these guys. They always play their hearts out for Coach, and I know how proud that he is of them, and I know that we will probably hear from him shortly, and so you'll get to hear his thoughts. But yeah, it's definitely never easy when a season kind of comes to an end, especially when you felt like you really had some momentum coming off of that Chinook game.
Yeah, as Labette County had, kind of like last year, very slow start to the season, did not perform well in the circle tournament, got a nice 16-point win over Mulvane, and things really clicked that night in Mulvane High School. And then you start the SEK League off 4-0. And then you go to Pittsburgh and get blown out and just kind of go through some adversity. Joe Page hurts his ankle at Burlington. That allowed Matthew Boyle to really grow, play a lot. Kagan Bates played well in that tournament as well. Trey Vincent found his role. So it was just fun to see things take place throughout the season, watch these kids respond to adversity. Lost 6 games in a row. Then you went on senior night and beat Chanute in their home gym to have the honor to play here in the sub-state championship game. And so it was fun to ride the highs and ride the lows with these guys throughout the season. And Coach Argerbright is so fun to watch Coach here talk about his team. He loves those kids so much, man. And so it was really fun and a privilege and an honor to be a part of this Labette County men's basketball program in the 22-23 season, as we still don't see Coach Argerbright or a player. I'm sure it's, like you said, maybe emotional in there. He's talking to him still. So let's take another 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we hopefully will hear from Coach Argerbright one final time. Still no sign of Coach Argerbright, as I don't want to not give him the opportunity to say something. I'm assuming he wants to. He might come out and laugh and say, Jack, you should have cleaned up. What are you doing? But I feel like it's only right to give him a chance. Isabel, is their locker room through those doors right there?
Yes, I believe they are.
Okay. I was just trying to keep an eye on people coming out, but a lot of Miege administration has been coming out of that door, so
Yeah.
I couldn't remember where our locker room was. Not even a player has exited. I saw Alyssa, the manager, come out of the locker room, but I have not seen even a player yet. As there's Joe Page, and I think they're probably going to start funneling out now. But Labette County falls 71-38 on the road to Bishop Miege. As still, this is a good moment to remind everybody that Grizzly basketball is not over yet, as Coach Argerbright is now making his way over. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock in Independence, our girls are battling for a spot in Salina, as that should be a good one. That'll be our Grizzlies' 4th try at those Independence Bulldogs. And so we expect that to be a good contest in Independence, as Coach Argerbright's sitting down with I'm assuming that's a Bishop Miege sports journalist, reporter, whatnot, so that'll probably be a couple minutes. But again, we'll be live for that Tank Connection pregame show at 5:45 tomorrow in Independence. Isabel, I think that'll be an incredible basketball game.
Yeah, I definitely think it will be too, as good as our girls are playing right now, and just how much team chemistry they've got going, and struggling against any of the past 3 previous times. I think they're going to definitely be ready to go in there and make a statement. So it's definitely going to be a good one, I think. And if you can make it over there, I mean, I think Jack's right. I think the environment in there is going to be great. But if we can pack it with more Grizzly fans, that would be the way to go. So if you're in that area or you want something to do tomorrow night, we love when you listen to us on the radio, but feel free to come over and watch the game in person, as I know it's going to be very exciting for sure, as Indy is also going to want to defend their home court and want to make it to state just as bad. So I definitely think it's going to be a good one tomorrow.
It certainly will be. As let's take a 2-minute timeout, and hopefully Coach Argerbright, he's right here below me. Hopefully he's finished with the sports reporter down there. So let's do a 2-minute break on KLKC. As we're back here awaiting Coach Argerbright's arrival. I know everybody just rolled their eyes and chuckled if they're in their car or living room, but what can I do about it? As he's having a long discussion down there. My goodness. Wonder what information that guy's sucking out of Argerbright down
sure.
there. It must be a lot. But yeah, we're awful excited about tomorrow night. We were excited to come up here, but we have to fill the air with something other than commercials. But Labette County, the last time we played the Lady Bulldogs, it was actually at Indy. And we went into that game, Isabel, thinking, okay, we've lost to Independence twice already, once at home, once in the Burlington tournament, so third time's the charm. It's hard to beat a team 3 times. And that game started out at halftime. It was 25-4.
Yeah, that was not good.
So we were shocked. We were shocked that our ladies didn't respond in a manner that was of revenge.
Yeah.
But now you get crack number 4 at Independence on the road in the sub-state championship game. Independence has lost 2 of their last 3 games. Our Lady Grizzlies coming off of a road win at Baldwin, looked fantastic. So it's kind of a coin flip type game, it feels like, mentally when you think about it.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth this entire week after they won in Baldwin, and as well as they played in Baldwin, it definitely made me think a little bit higher of the Lady Grizzlies' chances as far as, what is it going to look like? How is this going to shake out? And I definitely think if they start out the way that they played in Baldwin, that it will definitely be a close game. But yeah, I'm really excited. I've gone back and forth this entire week of who I kind of think may have the upper hand, and I'm not really even sure where I stand now, as I think both teams have a really good chance to go to state.
As they do, it's hard to settle on just one team, because you look back at the games, and we've struggled to play against Indy in all phases. Score, they score on us, just different things like that. You'd think it'd be just like it as Coach Argerbright. Hopefully, come on, Coach. Hey, Caleb, will you go tell Argerbright that he's welcome to come up here? Thank you, Caleb. As maybe Coach figured we already packed up. But yeah, we expect it to be good tomorrow. Tank Connection show 5:45 tomorrow. Tip off at 6. Sub-state championship game from Independence. An SEK battle, as we'll see what Coach says. He might not want to come up, actually. We might have just wasted time. Okay, he gives me a thumbs up. He's going to come up this way. Sorry, Coach, if you didn't have this planned.
No, you're good.
Wanted to give you an opportunity. I know you're probably...
Thanks for staying on the air.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Coach, a lot of swings this season. It was so fun, at least from our point of view, up in the stands every week, twice a night or twice a week, watching these guys go through adversity, handle things, have success, have some failures, and learn from both. What do you like about this team, man?
Yeah, I just love the effort. Really proud of these seniors this year. Just did a really nice job and, did everything I asked. It's one of those groups that I've had for 4 years now, and I just can't say enough about how coachable they were.
Yeah.
And, they went through the highs. We won the Burlington tournament last year. They've taken us to 2 straight chances at going to state and sub-state championship. Spots that we weren't in their freshman and sophomore year. So I can't say enough about where they left the program. But, I told them in the locker room, the special part about our program is I know they're going to be good dads. Just really good people, and I'm just really thankful for those seniors.
Yeah, as that all that starts at home. Those parents, I know most of their parents, outstanding families, just good all around people that have made Labette County and helped its reputation be what it is. And Coach, I know that when I talked to him after the game against Coffeyville, I just, would kind of give them a prompt, what's it meant to you to play for Coach Argerbright? And all of them just couldn't say enough kind things.
Yeah.
As that was, like you said, your first group to have since they were freshmen. So how has it been to watch them grow from freshmen, and how have you grown, Coach, throughout your first full cycle?
Yeah, they've made me a better coach. We've seen a lot of different situations, been through a lot of different stuff. Had games we finished, had games we haven't finished. Just their growth has been, even from the start of this year to the end of the year.
Yeah.
But from freshman to senior, and one that I'm really going to highlight is, Griffin Trayer, those guys you've heard about for 3 years. And
yep.
Joe moved in this year, great transfer for us. But, Matthew Boyle, the epitome of a Labette County basketball player, bided his time all the way to senior year.
Yes, sir.
Never got frustrated or gave me attitude or or said I should be doing this or that. Just took what I gave him and he ran with it. And to see a player like that develop and not have a chance till senior year, and then to average 7 or 8, this year, I can't say enough about. I know we're doing some things right in the program when you get guys like that to come in their senior year and be a player. Not just play some minutes. He started and the first half he's the only one to hit a 3 for us tonight. So. Just really proud, and I can't wait to get those guys in the room for next year. We're gonna have some guys back, and these guys laid the foundation, and we told them in the locker room it's now our underclassmen's job to continue and not just stay where we're at, but we got to get over this hump and get to a state tournament.
As we're very much looking forward to that taking place sometime soon. We anticipate, as Coach, I know a bittersweet night is always that final game. I don't want to keep you from a warm bus running in the parking lot, but thanks for coming up, Coach, and coming up even after some of the ugly ones and the best ones. We always appreciate you being loyal to coming up and speaking to Grizzly Nation back home.
I come up all the time because I can't say enough about it. I want to thank you guys this year for your support, but we really saw it at Coffeyville, and then I thought we saw it last game at Chanute. And then we had a lot of people here tonight, but the support at Labette County, whatever sport it is, they're going to support their kids and support the program. So, and that's people that have been in it too. So I can't thank them enough for their support, your support, our admin and everyone behind the scenes that helps us out, and our parents. But they should be proud. They're raising great young kids in Labette County School District, and a bad night tonight, not the way we wanted to finish our season, but doesn't take away from the quality of kids we have and the amount of work they put in this year. I can't thank them enough, and we'll be back. We're going to find a way to get over this hump, and we'll be back next year. And I hope we put in the work this summer that we need to put in. And I'm not easy to play for in the summer either. It doesn't change or nothing changes. I expect them to show up and do what they're supposed to do. So just can't say thank you enough to our support and for everyone following this year. I hope we're planning on having all of our guys there tomorrow, and we're going to go support the girls. And
awesome.
Hopefully we're going to get one of our teams to state this year. So good luck to Coach Vollmer and the girls tomorrow, and thank you for support this year. And make sure to tune in next year. Those guys are going to be ready to play. I can tell you that right now. Go Grizzlies.
Thanks, Coach. It's been a privilege, my friend. Safe travels home, and best of luck in those many years to come. And just like Coach Egerbright, you betcha, Coach. Take care. Thanks, Caleb. As that'll do it for our boys.